Welcome to Starlyst Unplugged. I'm Lisa, your host for the day, and we're about to dive into the world of the behind the scenes of your favorite content creators. This episode is brought to you by Starlyst, the world's first social media network created specially for content creators. Today's guest is making waves in the Instagram lifestyle content space. She's also an entrepreneur managing not only one but two social media marketing agencies. Let's welcome the talented Anuradha Bandara.
Hi Lisa, thank you for having me today.
Hi. So Anuradha, tell us a little bit about yourself. Well, what do you do on your free time? Do you content create full time?
Yes, so content creation is sort of my part-time work. I work with brands in terms of their creating content for hotels, cafes and all that. But my full-time is actually my social media marketing agency. So I do social media management for clients on a retainer base. And there as well, we do content creation on a retainer as well, where we go to the place, shoot for the month, and then do the work as well. So yeah, that's pretty much the overall what I do.
Right. So what inspired you to come and get into content creation, get into the business of content creating, and also start this as like a full-time thing?
Yes. So when I first started, it was sort of like I accidentally got into this field. After my A-levels, I applied to this internship in an advertising agency. And because of that, I ended up growing there, learning a lot, and then I decided to freelance for a while, and I got a couple of clients and been growing ever since. So now we have a team of 3 to 4 full-time in-house, and we do the work as well.
So Anuradha, you're not just a content creator, you're also managing two businesses. How do you find balancing out these two roles with your busy schedule?
So thing with content and social media marketing is that both are mostly connected. So even the full-time work that I do, it's still creating content for the brands. So because of that, I think I found the balance, and also because I like the work that I do. And in terms of balancing as well with two agencies, as in we recently started the new one with my friend. So we've been trying to get the brand up and going as well. So yeah, end of the day, if you just like what you're doing, I guess you can find the balance.
That's actually great. So I believe when you are managing two agencies and also doing content creation, have you faced any challenges during that time?
So when you have a more retainer-based work, there is a chance that a client would back out, or there are chances we have to deal with certain employees leaving, things like that. So it's been a bit of a tough journey, but then end of the day, you keep growing with the losses as well. So yeah.
Can you share more details about the two businesses that you run, and how you sort of manage that with your friend? Is that challenging? Like, I think most of us are a little skeptic when okay, we don't want to ruin that, we don't want to ruin the friendship, right? So we're a little scared, oh my god, if things go wrong, that can affect the friendship as well.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
So Kavish is who I'm working with right now. So we've been working for over 2 years now together, and we haven't really gotten into any arguments or anything, because he handles his content aspect and I handle the management of all the clients. So we found that we try to balance each other, and then even in terms of work, we support each other really well. So we have a good work relationship together. So because of that, he has his own agency, I have mine, and for all our clients, we work together.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind mentioning the names of these agencies.
Yes. So my brand is A Strat Social. It is specialized in social media marketing and content creation. And the other one, the new one, is Bold Workspace. So we do mainly content-based, and additionally we do take in social media clients as well. So sort of the same concept, but two different companies.
So I think your followers know you for your lifestyle content, but something you don't speak much about is your entrepreneurial side.
Yeah.
What do you think you want to share about that journey with your followers?
So I haven't really focused much on sharing about the work I do, mainly because I try to keep it a bit more low-key. But now I think with how everything is very digital and everything is content-based, my plan for next year is also to like focus more on sharing more about what I do. And right now I'm more focused on doing the work I currently get in terms of my Instagram, where I work with hotels and cafes where they would work on a collaboration basis. Yeah.
Right. So your future plans would be to actually put it out there that you are also an entrepreneur and also managing these agencies.
Yes.
That's great. I think that's something you should actually focus on, because actually influencers or content creators that actually know what they're doing, that are actually professionally also knowledge in that area, are very few.
Yeah.
So I think putting that out there is going to get you
more clients,
more reach and opportunities. Yes. So Anuradha, do you plan on sharing your business journey with your followers? Has there been support from your family and friends? How has that been, the journey of starting from scratch and getting to the point that you are today?
Yes. So in terms of starting up, I think after I left the agency, the advertising agency, I decided to freelance. So during that time, I took like an year to find clients, reach out to people, and then get some clients. And with that, thankfully my dad was supportive with that, even though he was always under the impression that I should not work for someone else. He always wanted me to do my own thing. So when I told him I'll start this, and then he was really supportive. So from then onwards, I decided that I would take it as a full-time thing as well, because I kept getting work mainly through referrals. For the work I do, I kept getting work through the same people and their circle. So it was quite interesting how I ended up making it a full-time role now.
So Anuradha, so when you are creating content, have you noticed any strategies that work best for your content as well as your businesses? How do you figure that out?
The main point in terms of content to grow, I would think, is consistency. And I myself haven't really kept up more on my personal page, mainly because I was really busy trying to build the brand. But what has worked for my clients is creating very quality content. So it could be a cafe, we would go and shoot like the content for the month, and then it would really help in terms of growing the brand and also keeping it very active, and the following as well. We have run a lot of ad campaigns, so a mix of those, and everything for each brand it's actually different. For each industry it's different, so we do have to test it out at the first, but then after the first 3 months we would know what works for which brand and continue that way.
So it's more of a test and trial and find out what really works. Right. So managing two businesses, I think you must have come across challenges and days where you felt like, oh my god, am I doing the right thing? Is this too difficult? Should I just give up? Because we all have those days where we just feel like, oh, this is a lot, maybe I'm not doing the right thing. But how do you overcome that? How have you stayed resilient and not given up on your businesses?
So the first thing with my brand is that as long as we do the quality work and we get the work done on time, we retain the clients. So there are chances they do back out for certain reasons, but end of the day that has been really helpful. So growing, and then while doing that, making sure that we keep the quality that we started with. And with two agencies, it's that even Kavish, he has his own clientele and I have mine. So because of that, we've found it very helpful that using our own networks to connect and get it up and running. So yeah, it's challenging to find clients because obviously there's a lot of competition and everything, but end of the day, if you're doing your work, I guess you do find the opportunity as well.
Right. So I think your sister has been a big role in inspiring you to become an entrepreneur. What do you have to say about her in terms of how helpful and supportive she has been?
So she has her own clothing line. So because of that, I've seen how she has grown and how her journey was from a very young age. So because of that, I also got inspired that I should do my own thing as well. And she's always really helped me with the work I do. Whenever there's any content related thing, she would come along. Yeah, she's been supportive.
Right. What is your sister's brand?
It's Kelsey Clothing.
Right. I've actually seen it out there. It's actually quite
Yeah.
famous now. She, I think, recently opened
The
her
second store.
her
Yes.
second store. Yes. So, Anuradha, what are your future plans as a content creator, and also what are your future plans for your businesses that you handle? Are there any strategies that are in place? What is that looking like?
So in terms of content, my plan is to just go with the flow, see how it works, because I focus it as a passion than doing it as a job, because I've always loved creating content and I want to keep it that way. But in terms of A-strats, I'm definitely looking to scale and then expand the brand. I also have a sort of I haven't put it out yet, but I have a plan to have my own space in terms of a cafe and a studio sort of concept, something new that I just came to my mind, where I want to. So my dad used to be a chef in Paris, in France. So because of that, I've always been inspired in terms of cooking and new recipes. So I want to combine his recipes and my mom's and sort of do something very sentimental as well. So my end goal wouldn't be just A-strats, but I would also have something completely different but new that I want to work on.
That's
So
great. It sounds
something
exciting.
new. Yes.
So, for new and upcoming influencers or content creators, even people that are really young and are thinking of starting their own business, maybe in the content creation space like you, to manage social media, what advice do you have that you can give to them in terms of content creators, and also for businesses that are looking for content creators?
So in terms of someone who wants to start content, I think first find what you want to work on and try to be very consistent with it. And for anyone who wants to start digital marketing, I think first it's very good if you can learn about it before you get into the field, because I noticed so many people actually tell that they do this, but I don't quite see them actually qualified or know what they're doing. So it would be really great if you can learn and then go through the process. From a brand perspective, I would say for brands to be aware and do the research and then select who to work with, because end of the day they're representing your brand, so you do need to find the right influencers to promote it. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, that's actually true, because a lot of businesses, when they are selecting content creators, they don't really do a lot of like background work. They just go with, okay, this person has the most followers. But I think it's very important to look at, okay, this person might have followers, but are they also reaching well? Are they engaging with their followers? The quality of their content, all of that matters. So I think as a brand, that is also something to look out for. Thank you, Anuradha, for coming today. I think that ends our episode for this time. We'll see you soon in the next one.